Hello and welcome everyone. If you're new to this channel, then my name is Amit Patel and you are watching Musings with Software Engineers. Mani, hello Mani, how are you? I'm a BTech fresher and I'm applying for jobs in job portals, but I'm seeing a lot of jobs for experience in those and very small number of jobs for freshers. How can I overcome this situation? Also, I'm seeing jobs in small companies and not from big service based companies like Wipro, Infosys, etc. And also not from top product based companies. How can I get into these companies? And is there any difference between reference and recommendation? Thanks in advance. See, Mani, let's go step by step. First thing is that you are applying to a lot of job portals, okay? But you are not getting shortlisted in any of the job position mentioned. Now, you are not the only person. 99.99% of people who apply through job portals are facing this situation, okay. 99.99. So if there is a job, there is one job and 100 people apply to it, one person is getting a selection, one person is getting a call for an interview, okay. Why? Because when you apply through a job portal, within 1 or 2 days, even a single requirement will have something like 500 to 1000 applications, okay. And even for entry level jobs, you will see that there will be people who will be like 2 years experience, 1 year experience, 2 years experience, 3 years experience, even 5 years experience people applying for a job which is an entry level job. Is that okay? This is the real scenario what is happening. So what is going to happen? All the resumes are going into one basket, okay, and this basket is called application tracking system. Some companies have an application tracking system which will filter all these resumes and bring up the best resumes depending on how many openings are there. So let's say there are 5 openings for a software developer, correct, and there is 1000 applications. So if the company thinks that out of every 4 people we interview, we will give a job to one person, then for the 5 applications, they will interview the top 20 applicants. And who decides this top 20 applicants? The applicant tracking system. Okay. In companies where there is no applicant tracking system, who decides which resumes to read? The filter that the recruiter puts on his email box. Okay, so the recruiter will search for terms within the email, okay, which will scan for terms within the email, and let's say she will search for software developer and .NET plus MS SQL plus this plus that, whatever things she'll go on filtering till she's left with like 20-30 resumes, correct? And then he or she will look at only those 20 or 30 resumes, okay. How can you beat this system? Now today, to beat this system, your resume will have to have all the terms that the applicant tracking system is searching for, or the recruiter is searching within the email. Okay, and is it easy to find those terms? No, but you can at least find the terms based on the job description. Okay, if you read the job description correctly and you make sure all the important terms, skills and everything are there within your resume, then that resume has a more chance of getting picked up. Okay, so you will have to read multiple job description before you build your resume. And when you build your resume, you cannot bluff on your resume, but you will need to make sure that all the terms which somebody is searching for or the application tracking system is searching for is there on your resume. This is the first thing to get shortlisted. Okay, but if you are a fresher, then it is very difficult to get a job through job portal. So then there is a second method. And what is this second method? It is very easy. Okay, whatever degree you have or whatever certification you have, find out so let's say you have a degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science from Pune University. Okay, and you did this from a specific college. Let's call this college Bharati Vidyapit Engineering College. Okay, so you did this degree from Bharati Vidyapit Engineering College. So go to LinkedIn and find out how many people from Bharati Vidyapit College of Engineering having computer science degree, where are these people placed? Just make a list of companies. Okay, so you have to make sure you search by the college and the degree, and then you find the people and then go to each person's account and look at where they are working, which company they are working. Okay, they may be from your same batch or they may be a few batch ahead of you, does not matter. Just make a list of companies. You should have some 20, 30 to 40 list of companies where people from your same college are working. Okay, and once you get the list of those companies, go to the web to go to Google and find these companies and look at their career pages and see if you can get a reference. Okay, see if you can get a reference from somebody because they were from the same college. Even if they are your senior, you can reach out and say that look, we have something in common. We have passed from the same college, so can you help me with a referral? Can you pass my resume to your HR? Okay, other way is you can ask for a meeting with people who are from your same college, even if you don't know them, just to have a discussion, just to find out how is this company, and have a discussion, find out what kind of work is there, find out what kind of positions are there, find out if they are having any open positions. Okay, and if they say that yes, they are having any open positions, then you ask them, will they be ready to share your resume to the HR? Okay, 80% of the times 80% of the times people will be ready to help. Okay, out of every 10 people that you contact, at least 8 people will be there who will be ready to help you. Okay, so you make a list of 40 companies like this and then reach out to people within these companies who have something in common with you. If somebody is your friend who is working in any of the software companies, directly speak to your friend, talk to them. Okay, every person who was in your class, in the same batch, make sure you connect with them and talk to them, and if they already have a job, find out if they can give you a reference. Is that okay? Because you just need one job. So if you do this exercise, chances of getting a job will be increased by more than 100%. Okay, the third way to find a job is to join some training institute. See, today there are 4,500 education technology platform. Okay, I'm talking about like Upgrad, Scalar, Simply Learn, Edureka, or Edeist. Okay, Next Wave Technologies, Cryodo. So there are 4,500 such education technology platforms. Okay, and if this education technology platform is Indian company, then they will have tie-ups with all the Indian software companies. Okay, on the website itself, you will see that where the students of this institute are getting placed. So after that, what you can do is you can start thinking about doing a particular certification. It can be a 3-month certification, 6-month certification. But once you do this certification, these institutes will help you in placement. And help you means what? Again, they will provide you with the right reference and they will provide your resume to the company. They will also help you with making sure that your resume is correct. They will also help in putting you in front of the recruiting team, okay, which is the most important thing to do. Is that okay? These are the 3 different methods by which you can find a job if your resume is not getting picked up. Okay, if you want, you can go back to this and watch it 1 or 2 times to understand exactly how this process works. Okay, and it does not matter whether it is a small company or big company, whether it's a service based company or a product based company. In the end, the software development knowledge or the programming knowledge that you need to get into any company is very similar in nature. Okay, and what you need to know is you need to know at least one programming language. You need to know data structures and algorithm. You need to know object oriented programming concepts, and you need to know web development or application development with that one programming language. This basic foundation at least you need to know to get a job. Okay, another thing to understand is that if you are chasing very big companies, what is going to happen is that big companies, for example TCS, 2 lakh people 2 lakh people every year give the national qualifier test of TCS. Out of that 2 lakh people, around 36,000 to 40,000 people get selected, the final offer. Okay, so look at the ratio. It's almost from 2 lakh 40,000 means how much is the ratio? Only 20% people are getting selected from the number of people who apply. So if you go behind big companies, brands, then certainly it's very good, difficult to get a job directly unless you have really good marks, unless you are able to crack all their tests, unless you are able to crack all their interviews. Okay, it is better to find a job in smaller companies or in unknown companies. Okay, if you're not getting a job, it is much easier to track down unknown companies. Okay, a very simple method of finding out unknown companies is just go to Google Maps, and in Maps just give software companies and look at the software company just around you, and whichever city you are in, you will find the names of lot of software companies, and then you start looking at, okay, is this company something where I can go? Even if there is no job mentioned, even then you can approach these companies. Okay, so don't look for, if you're looking for like big service based companies and all, you will get there if you have a certain skill that they require. Unless you have that skill, these companies are not going to hire you. Okay, so usually what happens is first is to get a job. So even if you get a job in a smaller company, after 3 to 4 years you can again try for these big companies, and at that point it's very easy to get in because they are looking for lateral hires. Lateral hire is that somebody has 3 or 4 years experience, they want the same kind of experience, and they will immediately hire from some other company. Does not matter which company you come from, that at that point of time it does not matter what marks you had or what was your education qualification and all. Is that okay? So you have to look at that. Now, what is the difference between reference and recommendation? See, reference means most of the companies have a referral program. What is a referral program? Let's say TCS will say that, look, if you are an employee of TCS and you forward resume of your friend and your friend gets a job, then you will get a referral bonus. Okay, reference means what? That somebody who you know is forwarding your resume and he's giving it to the HR team. Okay, what is a recommendation? Recommendation is only a testimony. Testimony means somebody says that, oh, I have worked with Money and Money has done a very good job. He was on so and so project, and within that project he's done a really good job. If you go to LinkedIn, you will see a lot of recommendations. Okay, recommendation is given by somebody with whom you have worked for 2 months, 3 months, or 1 year or 2 years or whatever. Okay, and that person is recommending you that if you're looking for a person, then Money is the right person to get the job. Okay, it's just a recommendation. Whether it's a referral or recommendation has no meaning, because the ultimate decision is taken by the HR team. The ultimate decision is taken by the recruiting team. The recruiting team will have its own process, and you will have to understand what is the process, and you'll have to work to make sure that you go through that process to be selected for a job. Okay, referral and recommendation is only an additional help you will get, but most of the 80% of the work still you have to do. Okay, there can be a recommendation. Let's say you were working with a client. Okay, and now the client has a requirement. Okay, and there is somebody inside the client's team who knows you really well. In that situation, that person can even refer you for that position, and he can also recommend you for that position. And that can be very powerful, because if there is a person within the same company who will refer and recommend you, then the company will actually hire you. Okay, I remember that I was working with a client for almost 1 year from one company, and then I left that particular job, and then there was a requirement in the client had a requirement for a solution analyst, correct? And I saw that requirement on LinkedIn, and I approached someone whom I had worked with. I approached that person. He was the CIO of the company, the decision maker in this case. And I approached him and I said that, look, you're looking for a solution analyst, and who better than me, because I have worked on your project for last 1 year. So I already know the project. I already know everything that you need. So why not look at my resume? And the CIO was delighted, and he brought in his managers and all, who were reporting to him, and all of them. We had a formal interview session, but almost it was like a cakewalk for me, because everybody on that team, everybody knew me even before I went for that job. Okay, so in that case, a referral and recommendation, both things work together. Is that okay? So referral is just passing your resume to the HR department. That is a reference that, oh, this person, I know this person, and here is his resume. He may be good for software development. But recommendation is that when I have worked with you for few years, I will recommend you, and I'll say that, look, Money has worked in all these things, and I feel that he's very fit for this particular position. That is a recommendation. You will see a lot of recommendations on LinkedIn. When people leave the jobs, they will take recommendations of their team members, so that when they go to the next job, people can see those recommendations. So you will understand what's the difference. Is that okay, Money? I hope you got the point. And tell me, once you apply the process that I've explained to you, tell me in how many days do you get a job? Okay, because if you sincerely apply the process, you can get a job even within 30 days. Okay, so you let me know in the coming 2 or 4 weeks whether you got a job or not. And if you sincerely apply the process I have mentioned, 100% you will get. All of you who are still watching this video, like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you are interested in how to become an A player, then in the description of this video you will find a link to my program. See you in the next live session. Okay, thank you very much.